Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of the 10 Days of Sonic. In today's episode, I am gonna rank my favorite media in the Sonic franchise out of the ones I have seen or read. So, this excludes Sonic X, this also excludes Sonic Saturn or Saturday Morning. This also will exclude IDW comics and Archie comics, because I still need to really read them, as well as any Sonic manga. Anywho, starting at the bottom of the list, the Knuckles series. This should have been called the Wade Whipple Show, because Knuckles barely makes any appearances in this. I mean, he's in there, but the main story is focused on Wade Whipple more than Knuckles himself, which is very disappointing. I was expecting the series to be more based around Knuckles, since you know the name of the series is the Knuckles series, but they might as well rename it to the Wade Whipple Show. But some callbacks to Sonic 06 were nice, but again, I really was hoping the show would be focused more on Knuckles. Anywho, moving on to the next show on this list. Next will be The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And again, this is a very goofy series. And my 3-year-old self, or 4-year-old self, I had to been about 4 or 5 actually when I watched this, and I think I might have watched it before I played the game, I'm not sure. I loved it, I thought it was funny, but again, I haven't seen much of Sonic SatAM, or Saturday Morning Sonic, and a lot of people obviously say that's like the best Sonic cartoon. And coming from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog over to that, is completely different, obviously. It's just a different series, and I think it's funny. And Scratch and Grounder are in the series too, and I like Scratch's laugh, ha ha ha. I thought that was funny. And then I believe Breezy, a random character that was in there, makes her an appearance in the Archie comics. So I know I didn't. I said I was gonna really bring them up because I really read them, but I think that's worth mentioning. Anywho, moving on to the next media, and I would have to say the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. It was good, as opposed to a lot of mediocre video game movies that we got, but it could have been better. I was hoping it would be more based on the video games, but it went ahead and did its own little thing. And I remember everyone was talking about Baby Sonic, and that was when Baby Yoda was big too. And I mean, it was a nice movie. It would also been cooler if it was an animated movie, but again, it wasn't too bad, but it could have been better. It had that stupid Sonic meme in there that I don't like. I didn't think it was funny, but overall, I thought it was the weakest of the movies, but it was still good. It's still worth watching. But anywho, moving on to the next piece of media, and that will be Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I really do think they did a better job at portraying some of the storylines from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, as well as Sonic Adventure, and even a little bit of Sonic 2 because we got Tails in here, and of course Knuckles made his debut as well. And I thought it was great that they focused more on the video games rather than in Sonic 1. It really wasn't based on any of the games. This is kind of like, hey, this is Sonic, he's an alien, and now he's living with these humans. But in Sonic 2, we got to learn a little bit about Knuckles, and we got to learn a little bit about Tails as well. But again, I feel like going back to the Wade Whipple show, they focused a little bit too much on the humans in this one, and I think a lot of people would also agree with me on this. But it's still a good movie. It's not bad, but it could have been better. Anywho, moving on to the second one, and that will be Sonic Prime. And I know a lot of people did not care for this series, but I liked it. I thought it was great. I thought it was cool that we got to see Sonic explore these different Shadowverses, different universes of each different character, and we even got to see a side of Tails you never thought you would get to see with Nine. And if you watched the previous episode, you know that Nine is probably my favorite version of Tails. And I thought it was great. And then also, I would have wished to see Shadow be in the Shatter first, but you know, he was helping Sonic. But he also basically told Sonic, like, hey, you know, you need to slow down. I know it's not in your nature, but you need to slow down because you caused this to happen. And Shadow had to help him, and I thought it was good. And we got to see another version of a Sonic clone, and I thought the different versions of Eggman were funny, especially his teenage self was hilarious. And then you got Baby Eggman. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good. It was a good series. Anywho, but number one, out of all the media I've consumed outside the games, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was a great movie. I thought they nailed it with the Sonic Adventure 2 backstories and everything from Shadow. And Shadow, if spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the first episode, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil who my favorite character is Shadow the Hedgehog. But it was really cool to see him and to see his backstory. And of course, his backstory is tragic. And then we got to see Eggman again. We got to see him work along his grandfather. So that was pretty cool too. And I thought they did a wonderful job telling the story of Sonic Adventure 2, and I can only hope that Sonic the Hedgehog 4 will be just as good, if not better, because, that's coming out next year, and that's supposed to be based around Sonic CD, so I hope that's good too. But anywho, this has been episode 3 of the 10 Days of Sonic. I hope you like this video, and if you do, be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell for more, and tell me in the comments down below what your favorite Sonic media is. And of course, that could be anything, and not just the ones I listed, but I want to know if you agree with me with any of these on my list as well. Anywho, you all take care.